Hi there, it's manicminxi, and today we are building a oh god. I was about to say we're building a family home. No, sorry, no. I've been building too many of them because of this pack at the moment. Today we are recreating the school from the Sims 3 from oh no. Is it Sunset Valley? I feel like it's Sunset Valley, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This is the first school that I've built. I did test it out, it does work, and I've listened to some YouTube videos, like the feedback that people have been given about the schools. So basically you only need to build 2 working classrooms. So the classrooms downstairs by like the lunch hall and everything, I've built the 2 working classrooms with the actual desks, and then the classrooms upstairs on the upper floors I have used like the fake desks that come with basegame. I think, I don't know if they come with basegame actually. They look like little school desks. I have not used the pack and basegame only. I've just kind of used any other pack. I'm sorry. I always do that. It's too difficult to like just use base game and a certain pack, because every time you like click on a different object or like go into a different category, it just resets it to like every pack, and I wish it didn't do that. Speaking of other things I would love in The Sims is to have like a room select option, kind of like, that makes no sense actually. But like when you click on a room, I'd love a drop down to like, so you could specify which room is what room, like select bathroom, select bedroom, select kitchen, so that it would just help your Sims not wash the dishes in the bathroom, because even though they like apparently fixed it, my Sims still do that, and it's really annoying, and I wish they didn't. So I wish we could have like a select room. So like even when you're building a school, you can select which room is the classroom, which room is like the canteen. Kind of like how when you go onto a lot, you can change it from like a residential to like a bar or like a park. It would just be a lot easier, and it would make so much more sense. Sims 5, please. So you may notice I'm not actually building this school in the new world of Copperdale. I'm building it in the world that comes with Get Famous. I have forgot all of my words today, like I normally have. I forgot what this world is called. Sunset Valley? No, wait. Never mind, you know the one. You know the one. So I built this about 4 or 5 days ago, and the pack has just come out yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. I was building this purely like not base game, but like with any pack, just to build the school to replicate it. And I didn't realize that the pack was gonna come out in one day, because I don't even know what day or month or week it is. Or year. Oh my god, I put down 2021 the other day at work, and that was really embarrassing. So the pack's come out. I've placed it down in Copperdale. I bulldozed the school, you're gonna see in just a second, but I thought I'd keep this in just so you could see that I was like building the walls and have done like all of the flooring and stuff. I changed the outside flooring, and no. I changed the outside walls to like a different one that comes from the actual pack, because it's like more yellow, and I just prefer it. It looks nice. So I placed it on the school lot by bulldozing the old school and then just placing it without the furniture. So you're gonna see me refurnish it all, apart from the 2 classes upstairs, because I really liked how I furnished the original ones, and I wasn't using the desks that come with the pack anyway, so I just sort of like, yeah, you're gonna see in a second, I just replaced them. They were the same size, same everything, it's all good. But man, like building this has actually really got me into like building other schools, which is really weird, because I hate building big builds. I don't even like building family homes. Anything that takes over like an hour, I get bored with. Even though I love The Sims, I love building, my attention span goes away. I even have like a YouTube video on like my other screen, and I still get bored of building. I just can't do it. But building schools for some reason is really fun. and I have some ideas for other builds. I want to build like a modern build. I want to build like a fancy older version sort of brick school, you know, like the red bricks, with like a big clock tower sort of school. I want to build one of them, and then I want to build like a school where that's kind of like one I went to, where they're all in like different buildings, like different separate buildings. Because I didn't go to one of these schools where like the building is all like every building is like in one building, if that makes sense. Like we had like an English block, a science block, an art block, and it was awful during winter, especially when it was raining. So you had to like run from one class to another, and you'd be sat there like damp. Um, and in the UK, that happened more than more than you would like it to happen. Oh, one of the things that annoyed me just there, like the trophy cabinet that you can place. Um, I got all of the trophies out in preparation for it, thinking that I would have to like fill it, but it turns out you don't have to, and that kind of that did annoy me a little bit because I wanted to decorate it how like I wanted to decorate it, if that makes sense. But no, you can place some of the medals in there. I did also test this build out just a little bit, just for like one day when I was taking the screenshots. It works. The two classrooms downstairs work fine. They don't seem to go upstairs to the classrooms because the whiteboards are not in the upstairs classrooms. They are different whiteboards. I don't know if they need both the desk that came with this pack or if they can use other desks, because when I build like my UK school, I'm not going to be using these desks. I'm going to be using like rectangle desks so I can put them into like big tables, because I don't know about you guys, but we didn't have like these single desk sort of classrooms in my high school, secondary school. We had like 3 desks that were like put together, and like you'd sit there in groups, or like there would be like 1 or 2 tables put together. And I kind of prefer that, to be fair, because I have the sort of anxiety where I don't like people like sat behind me. That sounds really that sounds really weird, but yeah, I would hate to be sat in one of them classrooms, like especially at the front, and just have people sat behind you, because I prefer to sit in a group table, because then you can actually like talk to people. Although in my testing, I have realized that you cannot do you cannot do anything in these classes. You just sit there, you go for like the little book animation, and that's one of the big downsides to this pack. Actually, I kind of thought that you could click on your sim and like tell your sim to do stuff like study hard, or goof around, or like spitball. Ask a question. But no, you can't do any of that, and I think it's really disappointing, especially when like the base game, when you send your sim off to the school, you can like tell them to study hard or make friends. So I will be doing like some more testing and see if the sim is actually like, if they like do better if you just send them to school, or if you go with them to school. Because if you send them to school, you can tell them to like study hard or make friends. But if you bring them to school, you just kind of sit through an animation. And I don't know, I feel like if you send a sim to school and tell them to study hard, they're actually gonna like progress quicker. But we're gonna have to find that out. I am planning on doing a little let's play, like just a short one. I haven't figured out the dynamics yet. I have made some sims for it, and the sims look amazing. The new clothing in this pack, oh, it's amazing. I love the new clothing. It's kind of like noughties-esque. No, noughties? No, early 2000s. I've only just realized today that like the early 2000s/90s is called the aughties, not the noughties, because I always thought it was like noughties, as in like it's spelled with an N, but it's spelled with an A, like autumn, and that just bugs me for some reason. So today's video is like a very long video for me. I normally like to do like a good 10-minute video, if that. I feel like when I do build a school in a few days, like I still don't know what type of school I'm gonna do. Maybe like I'm thinking a modern one, because I have like more ideas for a modern school than I do like an older version school. So I think when I do that, I'm gonna be doing it in like multiple parts, maybe, just because a 20-minute is far too long for me. And also it's sped up so much that like you can't actually like see really what's happening. But it's fine. I'm just changing out the windows now because I realized that these are still not the windows that came with the pack. And actually the ones that came with the pack look almost exactly like the ones in the Sims 3 school. I'm gonna show a picture right here now. I really just had to run with like the interior of this school because it is indeed a rabbit hole in the Sims 3. But the exterior I tried to keep exactly like the same, as you'll see with like the trees at the front. The yellow brick that I changed it to, with like the blue roof, is a little bit more cartoony than the Sims. Oh no, it's a bit more cartoony than the Sims 3, but I kind of like it. It's quite charactery. It's got quite a character to it. It's quite fun. Although the whole of the Sims 3 build does kind of look, it has a style, and I can't quite put my finger on what the style is, to be honest. It's kind of it's a bit more of a hotter climate than what I'm used to, but it's not quite Oasis Spring. See, it's got palm trees out the front, so the ceramic tile on the inside I think really suited the outside, especially with like the palm trees and stuff. I struggle so much with like community builds. I have no idea how to decorate them. I don't know what flooring is needed. I don't know what like the walls and stuff. Give me a house to build anytime, but like community builds like schools and restaurants, I struggle with like big builds, to be honest. Even family homes, and I've been building a lot of family homes lately, which is very weird for me because my favorite build to do is like a starter home or like a certain themed home for like a family. So I have already started to renovate most lots in the world because I'm planning on doing a sim save. I've done most of Willow Creek at the moment. I've added a few new families and I have already changed every family but the Goths, because I find the Goths quite hard. I'm leaving them till last. I'm a bit I'm too nervous about the Goths. I don't want to ruin them because they are iconic and they're amazing. So I'm leaving them till last. I will do them, but I'm probably going to do them during a live stream, when I next live stream, just because I need someone to help me with them because I'm scared to touch them. I added a football court out the back here because I didn't know what to add here. We don't have goals, so I use like the you'll see in a second. I use these weird things from Manicminxi pack. I also don't know what that pack is called either. All of the packs have such weird names, and I'm not about that. I just so yeah, these things, the ski entrance signs, I just use them because I didn't know what else to add. I can't find the goalposts anywhere. I don't think they're in the game. I'm not 100%. They might be in debug somewhere. They most likely are. But there's no easy way to search debug unless you go onto like the gallery and search for something specifically, like cars. I did this a few times in one of the renovation builds. In Willow Creek, there's a museum, and I turned it into a cemetery, a graveyard, just because I wanted somewhere to put my deceased Sims. I'm thinking of like most of the families that are going to be living in Willow Creek. I'm going to have at least one elderly like relative in the lot, but at the moment there's like just placeholder tombstones. I'm also using like every single pack in this Sims save, and I feel a bit bad about that, but at the same time I just want to use everything I can to make it the best game possible, because God knows the Sims 4 needs some damn help. Well, I say every single pack. I don't have Journey Tuber 2, and I think one of the Pie packs from like when the game first came out. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't need it. I don't want it. Oh, Antartosa. Yeah, I didn't get the wedding pack either, just because it was too buggy and too bad. So upstairs I built like a science block here, and I built a art block, but I didn't use actual normal desks or the whiteboard thing, just because I didn't want the upstairs classrooms to be like usable classes. You may be able to see me flicking back and forth through the old recording and the new recording. It looks a bit different, a bit confusing. I'm very sorry about that, but I was an idiot and built this school like 4 or 5 days ago. I built a little music room too, just so you can do some skills, and a gym upstairs in this little room. Apparently, like, loads of schools don't have gyms. Like, that's not a normal thing to have. Apparently, like, because I've been watching some speed builds of hospitals. Oh my god, some speed builds of the schools being built, and so many people are like, "Yeah, we don't do that here. We don't have a gym." And I just find that wild that like schools don't have a gym, because that was all I wanted to do in PE, was just go to the gym, because it saves like running around in the field in the cold or the hot. So yeah, I always went there, and it was nice and air conditioned, and I could just sit there and pretend I was doing weights. It was amazing, and I could have my phone. So every PE when they were like, "Oh, you can pick where you want to go," me and my friends just were like, "Yeah, can we go to the gym?" It was nice and easy. So we're coming to the end of the build now. It's not the best. I'm fully aware of that. I just wanted to recreate the Sims 3 school, because I don't know why this pack really feels like the Sims 3 to me, just because you can like sneak out, you have like after school activities, there's like some new sort of wormhole activities, if you will. And yeah, so we're coming to the end here. I'm going to leave you with these screenshots now. If you like the build, you can find it on the gallery under manicminxi, the same as my YouTube name. I'm on Twitter and Twitch. If you like this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.